Hello and welcome to Premier League Overtime. Yeah, we're back for the summer edition, a Christmas time edition if you like, special times of year, call for special shows like this, and we are here for a little bit of an off-season review and preview of the season coming up. I'm Sam Tugwell, as you know, and alongside me, a new co-host for 2017. He's going to be filling in for our former co-host Doug McDonald-Taylor, is the great man Dale Fletcher. Welcome to you, champion.
Thanks, mate. Don't know about the great man bit, but I'll take it.
It's good to have you here. Tell us a little about yourself just quickly before we get stuck into the show. What's your history in terms of the Premier League?
Premier League, coached at three different clubs, West Adelaide, Eastern and North Adelaide. No championships, unfortunately, no championship experience brought to the table, literally, but just back in Adelaide after spending 8 years away working for News Corp and now back at the Advertiser in the digital sports area. So glad to be home and, no greater thing than the Premier League. I grew up with it and good to be back. It's fantastic to have, and we're very grateful to have you here. And into 2017, we're going to look at all the basketballing news now. Speak of Premier League, we better get stuck into that. And we caught up with Jess and Mitch, two of the stars of the competition, just a little while ago, and we're going to have a look at what they're doing for Christmas and, of course, potentially in 2017 for the Premier League. Now, it's great to see you back out here on the court. You've had a big season, of course, with Norwood, but now out there for the Lightning. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. We haven't got a win on the board yet, but we're a young team, so we're just developing and hopefully the win's just around the corner.
Norwood have plenty of changes maybe over the off-season. Have you heard anything?
I haven't heard anything. I just know that Darren Golly's coach and Brendan Callaway's assistant coach, and from there I don't know what's been happening, but should be exciting nonetheless, so hopefully we go well.
Are you going to be the only Jess on court?
I couldn't tell you. I'm not too sure. I know Jess Foley's retired, but who knows, maybe I'll get Marnie to put on her boots again.
Well, she's done it plenty of times, so best of luck in that, and best of luck for the rest of the season. Have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too.
You've just come off that foot injury. You feeling good?
Yeah, I feel really good. Fitness is, it will take 1 or 2 weeks to come back to match fitness, but right now I'm working my butt off and doing all I can morning and night, so if I keep that same work rate mentality, then I'm sure I'll be fine in a couple of weeks.
Now, Christmas is coming up, and here on Overtime, we're all about Christmas because it's not too far away. I mean, what are you doing for Christmas this year? Have you thought about it?
Hopefully my dad can get over to Adelaide. If not, I think we're going to make a road trip back to Horsham, have some friends and family over, just moved to a new house, and got a good area outside, a nice pool, so I'll probably putt around there for a few hours and eat some food.
Now, a little bit left of centre. What did you have something when you were growing up, like a dream childhood present of some sort that never actually came?
No, I think there was a few things I always wanted. I wanted a V8 supercar. That was one I was never going to get. I think I got die-cast cars instead of real cars. Not really. We grew up on a farm, so I just wanted to spend time with the family and friends and relatives. And at the end of the day, we always had fun and, sitting around a fire or something like that, peeling a 40-gallon drum full of yabbies we caught a couple of days beforehand. Those are some of the best things I remember getting.
Well, there you go. It's two very big names in the competition having a chat to us. And Jess mentioned a couple of changes there in terms of coaching. We're going to also look at some other changes player-wise that are happening across the league. And I guess we'll start off with the Woodville Warriors. Some very big ins and a lot coming there from the Central Districts.
Yeah, no, it looks like Scotty Whitmore there is the new head coach for Woodville, and he used to coach out there at Starplex, and he's got a few mates that are going to come along for the ride.
It's going to be an interesting one, and there's quite a number of names going in there. Of course, Darnell Mee and Nelson Kirksey leaving the club as well, so two big outs, but plenty of ins for them, so they got lots to look at. And of course, we look at West Adelaide, Graham Cubank out as coach, and now a new in terms of coaching, Corey McLean, and also a very special import from the US, Harold Ridgway, coming in.
Yeah, no, it is exciting. A lot of people down at Bearcat Land can't wait to see Harold come out and play. Sort of a little bit of a Alex Starling look about him. So let's see if, or hopefully all Bearcats fans, he's half as good as Alex Starling, then he'll make an impression. But Corey McLean coming back as head coach, was assistant coach for the Bearcats probably 10 years ago now, so he's been away and won a championship with Woodville, the arch enemy. So now he's back home, as he says, and hopefully a title number 2 not too far away.
Speak of Alex Starling, he is in fact on the move as well, and a huge in for North Adelaide because that's where he's headed to Rocketland. And at Hillcrest, he'll be joining Darcy Astrop, who's come from Eastern. They are both in for Tom Rowe and Brett Collins, who have both retired from that side. So that's a huge in.
Yeah, well, Alex Starling, he's been to 2 clubs for 2 titles. So North have to be championship favourites if you go on that equation. But Tommy Rowe and Brett Collins out there. They've been 2 absolute stalwarts for the Rockets. They were there when I was assistant coach way back 2008. So they're really big outs. And I don't know, with the addition of Starling, Sam, I think they might be unretired pretty soon.
We'll be very closely looking at that. And just before we look over to the women's as well, Adam Doyle from the Forestville Eagles off to the Seabull. He's playing for Bendigo also, so big out for them too. Yeah,
no, it's Seabull's obviously a big push for the players who want to make the next level into the NBL. So there's a lot of good opportunities over there in the Seabull, and with Dawley's been there once, and he'll go back for a second shot, and Joel Spear from the Bearcats also is going to the Seabull, which is a pretty big loss for the comp, but individually it's very good for them.
It's definitely very good for them. Let's quickly look at the women's as well. I guess some big outs, the major outs really for the competition are Joe Hill and Jess Foley. We already knew of them earlier in the year anyway, but I guess now's a good time to look forward to 2017 and see how those teams really will play without those 2 stalwarts that have been for quite a long time.
Yeah, no, it really is a real changing of the guard. I can't remember a Premier League season without either Joe Hill or Jess Foley or both. So it's now time for the next generation to step up, and it'll be interesting to see which clubs youngsters really do make that next step, because take Joe Hill and Jess Foley out of the Rockets and the Flames, respectively, they sort of come back to the pack, don't they?
Certainly do. And just before we go, Trudy Holland has also retired there from West Adelaide Bearcats after making the grand final last year and spent a lot of time at the club and done very well.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the fairy tale finish for Trudy, but after that grand final, you can just tell that her career was done. I think she was pretty happy with it too, and just unfortunate the Bearcats couldn't get that win for her in that grand final.
Let's look ahead to 2017. The season launch for the Premier League is coming up in March. That is March 19, 2017. So lock that one away in your diaries. No details as of yet. We're going to keep it very secretive because I think there's a few little exciting bits and pieces to come. So we'll just keep that on the down low. But make sure you lock away March 19, 2017. That is the season launch date, and some very exciting things to come. And of course, season starting on April 1st. And no, that is not a joke.
No, it isn't a joke. No, April 1st will kick off. But no, very, very exciting. Watch this space. So there's a lot of teams with a lot of moves in the making at the moment. So March 19, all will be revealed.
Oh, I like it very, very much. That's going to be a cracking day. So make sure you lock it in. And of course, we look forward to seeing you in 2017, Dale.
Yes, looking forward to it. And I'll lose the hat. I do have some hair underneath here. It's pretty tight, but all the best for the festive season too.
Oh, thank you, mate. And very much a Merry Christmas to everyone watching. Have a fantastic holiday season. Enjoy the break. We look forward to seeing you, of course, in 2017 when the Premier League kicks off for a new season. It's bye from us.